This section provides an overview of caching and explains how caching helps businesses. How fast you deliver content determines the success of your application. One way to retrieve content faster is to cache it. A cache is a high-speed data storage layer. It usually stores a subset of data. When you cache content, you access the storage layer fewer times. To illustrate how a cache improves performance, consider the example of making a trip to a hardware store. If the store is miles away, it takes you considerable effort to go there every time you need something. Instead, you can store the supplies that you use regularly in a tool shed close to your home. It would then take less time to access these supplies than it would to go all the way to the hardware store. Additionally, you could still go to the store whenever you need to refresh your supplies. In this example, the tool shed is analogous to a cache. You keep the tools you need often in a nearby location. In caching, this nearby location can have different forms, such as edge locations and in-memory databases. For caching to provide meaningful benefits, the data should be static and frequently accessed. You don't want to cache data if caching it provides no speed or cost advantage. Certain database queries that are slow and expensive to query can create bottlenecks in applications. These are great candidates for caching. There is a trade-off you need to consider when caching. On one hand, caching can improve application speed and decrease database costs. On the other hand, caching requires someone to determine how to cache data and deal with stale data based on the business use case. The two types of caching that this module covers are static caching and database caching. With static caching, users retrieve content that is closer to them from the nearest edge location. Amazon CloudFront is a global content delivery network service that accelerates the delivery of your content. With database caching, users retrieve content from an in-memory database layer. Amazon Elasticache is a service that you can use to deploy, operate, and scale in-memory data store or cache. Each of these caching types have sections in this module. The key takeaway is to know whether you use static caching or database caching. Caching benefits come with challenges that you need to account for as a cloud architect.